First of all, thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. Your Holiness, your lectures to students in San Diego are about compassion without borders. I want to ask you first about compassion within borders. Do you think America is a compassionate nation?
I think every human being born from mother, and at least in the next few years, you see, received sort of, what's it, the immense sort of affection from our mother. So the child's, I think, first experience in this lifetime, at the beginning, I think the immense affection from other sort of absorb in our blood. So therefore, whole rest of life, other people show you smile, genuine sort of closeness feeling. You feel happy. Even animal also like that. So the person who received maximum sort of affection from other, that person also sort of cultivated the potential showing affection to other. But the problem, so that's I think everywhere. I think the problem is these basic sort of human value from our from the beginning, from birth, not sort of properly nurtured. So then our sophisticated mind, brain, through education and also different sort of experiences, then eventually these basic our values, what we call dormant, not yet further sort of developed, not sort of not catching up. Our intelligence grow, experience grow, that also should grow. Then our life become more human. So now here, country to country, obviously, those countries where constant fear, great damage about that. So from that viewpoint, America, free country, democratic country. So more opportunity, still these more sort of alive. This is my feeling.
There are many scientists and researchers here in San Diego, lots of them, and they make advances in medicine, climate science, high technology. Do you think science can be a tool of compassion?
Oh yes, not directly, but you know the medical science now, for example, medical science now begin to notice for good health, peace of mind, self-confidence, optimism is something very important. And also preventive, as a preventive measure, in that level also the mental attitude, very, very sort of crucial factor. Then another sort of field, the brain sort of specialist or neuron specialist, neuron science. They now begin to feel or begin showing interest the brain movement, sort of brain. These, of course, there are another factor which sort of pushing these brain cells movement. So what is that? That usually we call mind. Sometimes people feel mind is merely some kind of the energy or something from brain. Now there are little sort of different, little sort of, curiosity, or I think doubt, sometimes sheer sort of mental attitude, some change in our brain. So these two fields, now scientists, you see, showing some interest. So the first part, the peace of mind, is very essential for our health. So in that level, I think scientific finding immense benefit to get us the awareness or eventually conviction. Peace of mind is not just sort of what say a luxurious item, but peace of mind is actually very important for our survival, for our healthy survival. Then also you see the family level, genuine or say harmonious or genuine sort of full of affectionate sort of family, not money, no, not power, not just a mere education, but these basic sort of human value is key factor. So individual level, family level, community level, national level, even international level. A lot of problems we are facing, essentially man-made problem, our own creation, not due to lack of intelligence. Of course, some cases, lack of fuller knowledge or holistic view. That also is a part of the problem, part of the sort of causes of the problem. But mainly, lack of moral principle. So long you have this genuine sort of concern, well-being of other. That's the foundation of moral principle.
You're also speaking about climate change. What does climate change have to do with compassion?
Yes, compassion, sense of concern of others' well-being. Then sort of the serious sort of climate change bring immense sort of difficulties or pains or illness or hard life on this planet. So through that way, you have sense of concern of the well-being, not sky, not just the environment itself, but we live within the environment. So that directly related with our survival, our life. So through that way, more concern of well-being of humanity, then naturally concern about environment automatically come.
Oh, Your Holiness, you've recently separated your spiritual leadership as
Yes.
Dalai Lama from the temporal leadership that your position used to include. The Tibetan government in exile now has a secular leader. Does this mean that you believe in the separation of church and state the way we do here in America?
Oh yes, absolutely. Spirituality actually must be above politics or some other sort of business. So one reason, since my childhood, and particularly when I take the responsibility, I already have sort of keen desire. We must change our system. Then, as soon as we reach India, 59, at once we start work for democratization. Now here, if Dalai Lama remain in a political sort of field, supreme leader, at the same time, religious leader, that may become hindrance of sort of the development of sort of proper democracy. And then another thing. Now this is mainly for our interest about Tibet, our struggle. Whole struggle depend on one person, very dangerous, foolish. Actually, this struggle is national struggle, not Dalai Lama institution, not for Dalai Lama institution, or even not for Buddhist Dharma, but for national sort of right, our right. So therefore, this struggle must be carried by people themselves. So once you see they carry full responsibility, then whether I'm there or not, you see, they will carry this struggle. Now, after I handed over all my legitimate authority, a century old from that kind of authority, handed over, I feel now our struggle will become much, much safer. And me personally, one secret, the day I officially handed over, that night, very unusual sound sleep. So now, in a way, I'm quite free now. I can devote my energy, my time to other sort of my commitment, promotion of human value, which we already discussed, and then also promotion of religious harmony. So in these two fields, now that more or less, I think the spirituality or human values in these fields, I may consider my own profession field. The political, national struggle, these are not my profession.
Your Holiness, you've recently written a book called Beyond Religion, Ethics for the Whole World. Some people think that we can't be compassionate or ethical without religion. Can we get beyond religion?
Yes, certainly. Animal, I will ask you, animal have any religion?
No.
Cats, dogs, and birds, many species of mammals, they also have this sort of potential, show affection. Firstly, because of the biological factor. And then, like dogs, if you, the owner of the dog, really showing not just food, but real affection, then dog very much appreciate. Isn't it?
Yes.
Just to give food without showing affection, they may not get sort of 100% satisfaction. So they also, you see, when we human beings, we show affection, the poor animal also respond to us, isn't it? Licking, or cat, you see, sometimes you see, there's a, what's a palm, put here, and then some special sort of sound. You say, very peaceful, isn't it? That is their sort of response of affection. So they also have the, sort of say, they appreciate others' affection. They also have the sort of ability to show their own affection. So, and then, right from the beginning, as soon as we're born, child, no religious faith, isn't it? So that's my main argument. So the affection is mainly a biological factor. Then further sort of strengthening that religion helpful. And without religion, also you see there is way through education, through awareness, like scientific findings. Then you get conviction. Not necessarily really love other, but for their own interest, you see, they showing love, compassion to other, like that.
My last question to you. Do you feel it's your obligation to go around the world to give these lectures, or is it also your joy?
Not obligation. Without invitation. I never go this area. Then also when invitation come, then I inquire, just to see, seeing new place, seeing just one sort of family, then not much interest. The invitation come from sort of say some institution who really involving so-called my own profession, this field, and then this is the different universities or education sort of institution. I feel that is the place where so the awareness of these things to start and to spread among human community. So then is on that level, yes, I have some kind of obligation. I, one individual human being, one of the 7 billion human beings, I believe each of us, our future depends on rest of the humanity. Humanity happy, I get benefit. Humanity in a state of trouble or violence, I cannot escape from that. So every sort of 7 billion human being have to think about the well-being of humanity. So my own share, making contribution for my own share. So I never feel I'm something special. We all same. Now I'm now a person, now nearly 77-year-old, and also my life not easy. Last 50, 60 years, my life, you see, grown up, tremendous difficulties. That also is some help. All these difficulties due to lack of sense of respect, others' right, a lack of sort of sense of concern about others' well-being. And then also, you see, when I hear, I always listen to BBC, they sort of sad event in everywhere. In my mind, of course, natural disaster like tsunami, these things, also I think indirectly may related with human behavior. But then major sort of problems, actually, they're due to lack of moral principle. In a free country, America or India and Japan and many places, democratic country, free country, but still within the sort of rule of law, some injustice, some sort of problems, some discriminations, and also some sort of the scandals or what do you call the corruptions. You see these things. You see there, all these. In my mind, I think many people agree, lack of moral principle. Therefore, we have to make effort from every corner, media people, and education sort of institution, and family, parents, everywhere. You see, it is our common goal, common interest, promote to, or say, promote more compassionate world, a sensible world. So like that. So therefore, that's my own, or say, one individual's sort of contribution. So let us have that kind of sort of effort from all 6 million, except those child or handicapped or too old. That's free. But remaining people, you see, they sort of have the opportunity to create trouble or to create a good thing. Now should think more seriously, should not indulge any work to create more problems.
Your Holiness, thank you so much for speaking with us. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.